Here's something wild. This motorhome doesn't just take you places, it changes how the road feels the moment you sit behind the wheel. Welcome back to NextGen Motorhomes, the channel where the future of luxury RV travel comes alive. If you love deep dive motorhome experiences, real road stories, and next level rigs, make sure you hit subscribe right now and turn on notifications, because today we're stepping inside one of the most talked about luxury diesel pushers of the year, the 2026 Entegra Coach Anthem. Now let's slow it down for a second and picture the first moment you see it in person. You're walking through a modern showroom, bright lights reflecting off flawless paint, and then the Anthem comes into view. It doesn't shout for attention, it commands it. The 2026 Anthem carries that unmistakable Entegra confidence, with clean lines, sharp edges, and a stance that feels planted and powerful. The full-body paint options this year feel deeper and more refined, with rich metallic tones that shift subtly as you move around it. This coach doesn't look like it's waiting to travel. It looks like it just arrived from a cross-country victory lap. Quick shift here, because road presence matters. At over 40 feet long, riding on a Spartan K2 chassis, the Anthem feels substantial without being intimidating. The proportions are balanced, the side profile is sleek, and when you imagine this rolling down the highway, it's the kind of motorhome that makes other drivers slow down just to look. The LED lighting is crisp and modern. The mirrors feel purpose-built rather than bulky, and the overall design says premium without being flashy. This is luxury for people who actually use it. You climb in, and the first thing you notice is space. Not just physical room, but mental space. The driver's seat is positioned high, commanding, yet incredibly comfortable. The materials feel solid and refined under your hands, from the leather-wrapped wheel to the perfectly weighted controls. Entegra has always been about driver confidence, and in the 2026 Anthem, that philosophy is obvious the second you settle in. From the driver's perspective, visibility is outstanding. The massive windshield wraps the world in front of you like a panoramic screen. You're not peeking out at the road, you're immersed in it. The digital displays are clear and intuitive, giving you exactly the information you need without overwhelming you. Long drives feel less like a chore and more like a privilege. Now switch perspectives. Slide over mentally to the passenger seat. This is where road trips become shared experiences. The sightlines are wide, the ride feels smooth, and there's a sense of calm that's hard to explain unless you've been in a well-engineered diesel pusher. Conversations flow easier here. Miles disappear faster. This is the kind of cockpit that turns a drive into part of the vacation, not just the way to get there. Step inside the living space, and the Anthem immediately feels like a high-end apartment that happens to move. The interior design in the 2026 model leans into warmth and sophistication. The lighting is soft and layered, creating an inviting atmosphere whether you're parked for the night or pulling into a rest stop at noon. Every surface feels intentional, from the flooring under your feet to the cabinetry that closes with a quiet, confident touch. Let's talk kitchen, because this is where real life happens on the road. Imagine waking up in a quiet campground, sunlight filtering in, and you're making coffee in a space that feels like home, not a compromise. The countertops are generous, the appliances are residential grade, and there's enough room to actually cook, not just reheat. You can picture preparing a full meal here, not because you have to, but because you want to. Now glide into the dining area. This isn't just a place to eat, it's a place to plan. Maps spread out, laptops open, conversations stretching long after dinner. Whether it's a quick breakfast before hitting the road or a slow evening meal after a long drive, this space adapts to your rhythm. That flexibility is one of the Anthem's quiet superpowers. Pause for a second, because here comes a wow moment. The way this coach manages space is impressive. It never feels cramped, even with multiple people moving around. You don't have to sidestep or squeeze. Everything flows. The bedroom feels like a private retreat. After a full day of driving or exploring, this is where you truly unwind. The bed is positioned for comfort, not compromise, and the surrounding storage means you're not living out of bags. You can unpack, settle in, and actually feel at home. The quiet here is noticeable. The insulation and construction quality shine when the world outside fades away. And then there's the bathroom. This is another surprise moment. Spacious, well-lit, and designed for daily use, not just occasional stops. The shower feels residential, the fixtures feel solid, and everything is arranged in a way that makes sense when you're actually living in it. No awkward corners, no wasted space. Just practicality wrapped in luxury. Mid-roll check-in right here. If you're enjoying this deep dive into the 2026 Entegra Coach Anthem, tap that like button and subscribe to NextGen Motorhomes. It helps the channel grow, and it tells us you want more real, experience-driven motorhome content like this. Now let's get back on the road, because performance is where the Anthem proves it's not just beautiful, it's capable. Under the rear, you're looking at a Cummins diesel engine delivering smooth, confident power. Paired with an Allison automatic transmission, the driving experience feels effortless. Acceleration is steady and controlled, not rushed. Hills don't feel intimidating. Long stretches of highway feel relaxed. This is a motorhome built for distance. Handling is where the Spartan K2 chassis really earns its reputation. The Anthem tracks straight, stays stable in crosswinds, and absorbs road imperfections with confidence. You're not fighting the wheel, you're guiding it. Long days behind the wheel don't leave you exhausted, and that matters more than people realize. Fuel efficiency, for a coach of this size and class, is exactly where you'd want it to be. You're not buying an Anthem to save pennies at the pump, you're buying it to go farther with less stress. And on a long road trip, that smooth, predictable performance makes every mile more enjoyable. The 2026 Entegra Coach Anthem sits firmly in the luxury diesel pusher category, with pricing that reflects its build quality, technology, and brand reputation. Depending on configuration, you're looking at a price point that competes directly with models from Newmar and Tiffin. And here's the emotional truth. When you compare the Anthem to its competitors, what stands out isn't just features, it's balance. Some coaches lean too far into flash, others into function. The Anthem finds that sweet spot where luxury feels usable and performance feels refined. You're not just paying for a motorhome. You're paying for peace of mind, confidence on the road, and a space that supports the way you want to travel. The 2026 Entegra Coach Anthem isn't for everyone, and that's exactly why it's special. It's for people who see the road as more than a route. It's for travelers who value comfort, control, and craftsmanship. It's for those who want to arrive not just at a destination, but at a feeling. If you're the kind of person who believes the journey should be just as powerful as the destination, this coach speaks your language. So now I want to hear from you. Would you take the Anthem cross-country, or is it more of a luxury retreat on wheels for you? Drop a comment below, hit like if this video helped you, and subscribe to NextGen Motorhomes if you're ready to be part of the next generation of RV travel. This isn't just about motorhomes. It's about who you become on the road.